We cover it all for you here every day as best we can, from the big headlines that you need to know about, sorting it out, giving you the best analysis, talking about things that other people don't spend much time on. Why? Because there's a lot going on in this world, and you got to get past the headlines, dig a little bit deeper. You do, to find out what's going on. Joining me now is Roger Wakefield. He is an expert on blue-collar jobs. He's the largest blue-collar influencer on social media. He's got about 1 million subscribers on TikTok and YouTube, 70 million likes between the two. I mean, he's out there talking about what? Jobs, blue-collar jobs. Roger, thank you for being here.
Steve, thank you for having me. How are you this morning?
I'm great. And in fact, I want to just turn right over here. America needs a headline that I had sitting here, and I wanted to grab this off the pile. Why America needs to tax incentivize tradesmen, not just college graduates. Boy, is that true. I mean, I don't know what it's like in your neck of the woods, but trying to find a handyman or a carpenter, plumbers, electricians, HVAC people, look, there are jobs to be had, and they are good jobs. You want to drive an 18-wheeler? Man, you can make real money, and I'm talking about real money, $200, $250, $300, depending on what you're doing out there. A lot of jobs available, aren't there?
There are, but, take what you just said, driving an 18-wheeler. We've got autonomous cars. We're building autonomous planes. We're building autonomous 18-wheelers too. People need to get into a career, get into a job where they can literally come in and work with their hands. That's what I like about plumbing, electrical, HVAC, anything at all like that. That's going to help. Man, number one, it's going to help America. I think that we've got such a shortage in the trades right now that in the next few years, and I'm thinking just 4 to 5 years, doctors and attorneys are going to be making less money than plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs, and it's all going to be because of supply and demand.
Well, AI is not going to put a new furnace in your house. AI is not going to run air ducts through your house. AI is not going to run the electrical wires in your house, are they?
No, they're not. And most of the trades jobs right now, Steve, are being filled by kids right out of high school. Imagine how well someone that already has experience in the workforce, they understand being on time every day. They understand that, we're required to actually work, not just sit around and play on our phone. You get people like that into the trades, they're going to exceed, they're going to make more money, they're going to do very, very well. And the good thing about it is they'll eventually be able to make more money probably than most of them are making right now.
Well, and here's the thing. If you don't go get a communications degree, of which there are 10 billion too many right now, and let's say you become an electrician and you start working toward that master electrician's license at 18 and then 19. By the time you're 25 years old, you might be a master electrician. Mm-hmm. I don't care where you are, building big things and doing great things. That doctor is going to be paying you. If you're a plumber and the toilet fails at midnight, mama needs that fixed. Who's going to show up? You are. Because nobody's happy if the toilet's not working at midnight. If mom's not happy about that, there's going to be a plumber there. Could be a 22-year-old kid making big money doing it. Look, if you hang out your own shingle and hire other people your age, you could scale a company and be making millions. How do I know? I see it happening all the time right now with roofers and electricians and plumbers. It's true, isn't it?
It's very true. And of course, we've all heard the old joke. The plumber shows up at the doctor's house. He does the work. He gets ready to leave. He hands him the bill. And the doctor looks at it and says, look, I don't make this much money. And the plumber says, I know. I didn't make that much money when I was a doctor either. But the truth is, there's such an opportunity. And I love that you talked about that. The 18-year-old gets out and goes through that process. And that's one of the biggest things that literally it's hard for people to understand. Well, I can't just move in to be a plumber or electrician, something like that. And I get it. But they can't take the pay cut is what they say. And you may take the pay cut for a year or two, but you're going to get back up to making what you were making. But then the potential, like you said, you can eventually open your own business. You
That's
can
right.
make as much money as you want to make.
That is 100% true. And you're another guy out there saying the same thing for a while now. You've probably heard of him. His name's Mike Rowe, out there preaching the same gospel of, hey, we need people to work. And if you don't want $100,000 in college debt, look at the comparison. You get a communications degree, you're 22 years old. $100,000 in debt, maybe more, depending on where you went to school. Now you're 22 years old. You didn't go to college. You can read all the books you want. You can educate yourself. People do it throughout history. And you're 22 years old with zero debt. In fact, You've got money in the bank, a lot of it because you're investing, maybe in yourself, maybe in a home, maybe in the markets, maybe whatever. You've got possibilities. You're not hamstrung by debt. It's a big difference.
And the good thing is, you've either got that money in the bank or you're investing it in your business, in
Right.
yourself, in social media. Social media is what I used to grow a business, and it grew so well that we sold it because I was doing so much on social media. I saw a bigger demand there.
Well, and that's a terrific story. And what a testimony. And here, let me ask you one other thing, because I hear this all the time. I don't believe it. Oh, Americans don't want to do these jobs. Please, they don't want to do the job for $6 an hour. But if you run a roofing crew and you're putting new roofs on houses and you grow that business and suddenly you got 3 guys working for you, then 5 guys, and then 10 and 15. I mean, talking about scaling. I mean, I just talked to a guy. He's 28 years old, started a roofing company. They'll do $15 million in sales this year. $15 million. He's 28 years old. And this is not an unusual story, just one that I heard in the last few days. This happens all the time. It's still America, isn't it?
And the good thing about that is, if his numbers are right, if he's got a good business operating system, something like that, that's helping him meet just the numbers that are average, that means, what'd you say, 15 million?
In gross.
13 million?
Yeah,
Yeah,
15.
he should be making 20% profit. So
That's
he's not
right.
just making $1 million a year. He's making like 2.5 million a year.
That's right. That's exactly right.
That's not a bad career to get into.
Not when you're 28 years old. I've told my wife a number of times, if I could go back in time, I can't, but if I could go back in time, I'd have done things differently and would have scaled businesses of that sort. Anyhow, greatly appreciate you being here. You can come anytime, Roger. It's good news for people. Go to trade schools. Get a skill that cannot be replaced by AI, and there are lots of them. You just have to kind of map your way forward, sir. Thank you for sharing. Come back, like I said, anytime.
Steve, anytime I can help y'all, I'm here for you. I love what you do, brother.
Greatly appreciate you. There it is, making it happen. Blue-collar jobs, right? Good opportunity for lots of folks. And there's no reason you can't. It is still America, my friends. It is still the land of opportunity, despite what they tell you on the left. Oh, you're a victim. I'm not a victim, all right? And neither are you. Wake up, America.